Yo, what's up guys? This is Gangsta Jabs, and I'm going to be doing the Survivability Olympics. I'm going to be putting every mech in the game against Stalker with arc turrets. The mechs can use their abilities, and we're going to see which mech can survive the longest. All the mechs are max with no pilots, and they're not allowed to kill a Stalker. So shout out to these 5 players for helping me with the testing. And I made this bracket with every mech in the game, and I randomized it so it's fair. Some of the mechs have to play the first round, but some of the mechs got a bye. And let's see who's gonna win it all. And I want to say thank you guys for 500 subscribers. That's a crazy amount of people. That's how many people were in my middle school. I'm on the road to 1K subscribers. So if you enjoy the video, consider subscribing. So the first match is Redox vs Surge. Redox has nothing to protect himself while Surge has a stun and he gets 19th place. Next is Brickhouse vs Stalker. Both of them have nothing to protect themselves and it's super close. Oh, and Stalker dies just barely before Brickhouse. He gets 11th place. Next is Tengu vs Zephyr. Tengu uses his jump to dodge a few bullets and Zephyr uses his stun, but Tengu gets eliminated first. This gets him 10th place. So now the left side of the bracket is done. Now it's time to do the right side of the bracket. So first is Orion vs MD. Orion has nothing to protect himself while MD has the heal, but MD gets eliminated first. This makes him tied for 15th place. Next is Lancer vs Ares. Lancer uses his jump to dodge a few shots while Ares uses his shield, but Lancer gets eliminated first. This gives him 14th place. So now the right side of the bracket is done. Now we're gonna do the next round on the left side of the bracket. The next match is Arachnos vs Surge. Arachnos has nothing to protect himself. This makes him tied for 15th place. Next is Cheetah vs Brickhouse. They both have nothing to protect themselves and Cheetah dies first. That places him in 18th place. Next is Gatecrasher vs Kilshot. They both try to use their ability but it does nothing to help them and Kilshot dies first. This gets him in second last place. Killshot's a very squishy mech. Next is Zephyr vs Panther. This is going to be a crazy battle. Zephyr uses his stun while Panther uses his barrier to block all the shots. But unfortunately for Zephyr, Panther's barrier lasts longer and Zephyr dies first. This gets him 4th place. He was unlucky to face Panther. So now the left side of the bracket is complete. Now it's time to do the right side. So next is Paragon vs Orion. It's a super close match. Who's gonna die first? And Paragon dies first. This makes him tied for 15th place. Next is Guardian vs Shadow. Guardian has his system crash while Shadow has nothing and he gets eliminated first, which makes him last place. Next is Juggernaut vs Aegis, the battle of the tanks. Juggernaut uses his shield while Aegis uses his dome. Who's gonna die first? And Juggernaut dies first, which gets him 7th place. Next is Ares vs Redeemer. Ares uses his shield while Redeemer backtracks the maximum distance and somehow Ares dies first. This gets him 8th place. So now the third round is done. Now it's the quarterfinals. Which mechs will advance? In the first match is Brickhouse vs Surge. Brickhouse has nothing to protect himself while Surge uses his stun. And Brickhouse dies first. That gets him 9th place. Next is Gatecrasher vs Panther. Does the new mech have what it takes? Gatecrasher has nothing to protect himself while Panther has his barrier. And Gatecrasher dies first, which gets him 12th place. So now let's do the quarterfinals on the right side of the bracket. The first match is Orion vs Guardian. Orion has nothing to protect himself while Guardian has a system crash and Orion gets eliminated first. This gets him 13th place. Next is Aegis vs Redeemer. Dome vs Backtrack. Aegis uses his dome while Redeemer backtracks the maximum distance and Redeemer dies first. This gets him 6th place. So now it's time for the semifinals. Which 2 mechs will go into the finals? The first match is Surge vs Panther. Surge uses stun while Panther uses barrier and Surge dies first. That gets him 5th place. Next is Guardian versus Aegis. This is going to be a super close battle. Guardian uses his system crash to make the Arc Torrent's ammo keep having to reload, while Aegis uses his dome. The Arc Torrents are barely chipping at Guardian's health. Who will win? It's super close. And Guardian dies first, which gets him 2nd place. So now the whole bracket is done. There's just one more final match. Aegis versus Panther. Who will be the winner? Aegis uses his dome while Panther uses his barrier. They both block all the Arc Torrent damage. Who will die first? It's close. Who's gonna die? Ooh, and Panther dies first. Panther gets eliminated with a time of 13.613 seconds. This gets him 3rd place. And Aegis gets eliminated in 16.483 seconds, which makes him the winner. And here's the time of every mech in the game. I was surprised how well Zephyr, Surge, and Redeemer did. They beat all the tanks, which are supposed to be the best at surviving. I was also surprised how well Guardian did. His system crash made the Arc Torrents take forever to kill a Stalker. So this was the Survivability Olympics without pilots. Maybe I'll do it with pilots next time. The results will be much different. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and see you guys.